Olá pessoal, não percam esta informação acerca da Instant Gaming. A Instant Gaming é onde tu adquires os melhores jogos, os melhores lançamentos. É uma loja que te dá na hora os códigos para tu adquirires os jogos e tens uma tremenda segurança naquilo que tu recebes. Pessoal, aproveitem os melhores jogos e os melhores descontos só na Instant Gaming. Olá pessoal, tudo bem? Daqui é o Rui, bem-vindos a mais notícias de jogos. Mais uma grande notícia hoje. Hoje tivemos, hoje dia 2, este vídeo vai ser dia 3. Tivemos o Future Game Show em São Paulo, no Brasil. Houve muitos trailers, eu vou deixar com vocês os trailers, o que houve de destaque no Future Game Show. Foram muitos. Alguns de jogos como Fallen, o Chang Fallen Fathers, okay. Engano-me sempre aí esse nome, mas do Chang, do Blades of Fire, em que já estamos aqui a fazer, que fiz aqui notícia, não é? Novos trailers desses, outros novos trailers desses mesmos jogos, entre outros. Fiquem aí, não percam, vou trazer aqui todos os vídeos de trailers de gameplays que se passaram no Future Game Show em São Paulo, no Brasil. Muito obrigado, não se esqueçam, deixem esse like se vocês gostarem, subscrevam o canal e se não forem subscritos, e estejam atentos ao canal, vai vir muitas surpresas espetaculares dos videojogos, está cada vez melhor. Muito obrigado do fundo do coração. E fica aí para ver os trailers espetaculares do Future Game Show. Obrigado. E fui!
Until someone comes to slay you. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity. I should know. It runs in my blood.
Who dares to question my will? Standing in the way of my redemption.
Heresy isn't a myth or a bedtime yarn. It's real. It's dangerous. It's what we fight against.
Sacrifier is a story-driven RPG set in a world where faith, war, and ancient technology collide.
The demons above, the beasts below.
And the heretics within.
You play as Ezekiel Raiden, a young priest and soldier fighting across realities in a conflict between gods and demons.
I won't lie to you. We're in a crisis.
Inspired by classic JRPGs like Xenogears or Valkyria Profile 2, Sacrifier mixes pixel art with 3D visuals, real-time and turn-based combat, and moral complexity.
That's life in the Bishops. The apocalypse is always a couple of days away. You'll get used to it.
Explore the underground city of Antioch and the spirit realm of Erebus, from bustling streets to sacred forests. With music by Motoi Sakuraba and a combat system full of style and strategy, Sacrifier is a modern love letter to the golden age of RPGs.
Save yourself. Abandon the false god.
There are laws even gods cannot violate.
Sacrifier is coming to PC early 26. Wishlist now on Steam.
The Midnight Walk is a cozy horror adventure, which is this nightmarish highway riddled with terrors. On these different paths to different fairy tales, you meet Potboy that you have to keep alive along the Midnight Walk. There's a bunch of hiding from monsters, exploring, looking for secrets, bonding with your little lantern friend. I think we're both very proud of the Grinner, the monster that opens its face. Klaus added some spider legs, I added those hatches, and it's just where you and me meet.
Before it was always like a tedious process to 3D scan models, but now we actually scan them with a regular iPhone, which is kind of incredible, I thought. We also use thrift objects. It can be like an old tea kettle that we break apart and build that into a house.
One of the first models, which was actually Potboy, this little character with a flame out of his head, and we immediately started talking like, what does that mean for gameplay, for story? And it kind of wrote itself. His flame is valuable, and some want to take it from you, others want to protect it. And there are these monsters that want to eat the fire. Some people almost find you holy, some worship it even. It's all about contrasts between everything from light and dark to scary and cozy. Potboy is your respite between these horrific scenes where you're escaping monsters, outsmarting monsters using fire or hiding.
It was designed so it could work really well with PSVR 2, and then of course the PSVR 2 is unique because it has eye tracking. And then we figured out it would be cool to have a horror game where you actually have to close your eyes.
And so PC and PlayStation 5, we instead have of course buttons for closing your eyes physically.
So now you actually have ghosts coming towards you, but then it has an eye on it, which means if I close my eyes here, I can actually wish it away. It's really important that the game mechanics and the character designs fit together and that there's something interesting about that.
I think if you like games like Alan Wake 2 or Little Nightmares, it's kind of a blend of all those. And Klaus usually pitched the game as Moomin meets Resident Evil. Of course, we're both suckers for Miyazaki movies too, and we do kind of have our own house-moving castle in the game. It follows you along the Midnight Walk, and it's where you keep your collectibles. So the Midnight Walk is coming to PS5 and Steam, but you can also play it in VR, both on PC and PS5.
could have saved the Titanic from panic. Who is it, kids? The mechanic. The mechanic. Grinders buzzing, zoom, zoom. Daddy's fixing, boom, boom. His power drill is a microphone. The neighborhood it, kids? The mechanic. The mechanic. Grinders buzzing, zoom, zoom. Daddy's fixing, boom, boom. His manicure is dirt under nails, a cap and stash. That's how he sails, polite and kind, not some street maniac. Who is it, kids?
I just
No
waxed
idea,
that, you
no
piece of
idea.
Hi, I'm Maciej Krzemień, lead producer on Mouse, PI for Hire. We recently revealed a new line of experimental weapons coming to our game. In this video, we are excited to go into detail on how they work and the devastating power you can dish out on enemies in Mouseburg while you play as Jack Pepper, our game's protagonist. This one might be obvious from the name, but the freeze gun, you guessed it, freezes the enemies. It shoots a beam of ice that stops enemies in their tracks, leaving them vulnerable to being, well, shattered. You have a few options here, whether it's a simple kick, swapping to another weapon, or what we would recommend, using the freeze gun's alternate fire, which propels a frost-covered snowball to finish the job. However, you have to be quick. The enemies won't stay frozen forever. Next up is the turpentine gun, which is a spike-d's mixture of toxins capable of erasing the worst enemies. It shoots fast-moving goo projectiles effective at all ranges. With just a few shots, the enemies will succumb to its corrosive force and you will see them literally melt away. However, if you're dealing with multiple enemies at once, simply use its alt-fire mode. It shoots a blob of turpentine onto the ground, damaging all nearby enemies. And finally, our most mysterious weapon yet, the conscious gun. Think of it as a lethal form of mind control. Shooting enemies just a couple of times will stun them, buying you some breathing room. However, in larger quantities, these waves become deadly with mind-blowing results. If you're looking for something more precise, switch to the alt-fire, which shoots a focused beam that skips the stun altogether and goes straight into the head popping. We hope you enjoyed this extended look at the experimental weapons coming to Mouse PI for Hire. We have a lot more to show you soon, so please wishlist the game now and get ready for the release across PC and consoles later this year.
Expanding and running a mobile base in the altars won't be possible without mining minerals from beneath the planet's surface and to find and extract these vital resources. You must venture beyond the walls of your safe haven. Of course, mining outposts aren't the only infrastructure elements that can be built outside. As you gain access to more advanced technology, you'll be able to set up structures that enable you to farm food or fast travel. But before that, you have to neutralize the dangers that lie ahead. The planet you're stranded on is filled with external threats. Yet as you traverse its surface, you will notice something even more ominous. Strange, mysteriously shaped distortions that differ in both appearance and the risk they pose to a human being. These anomalies emit dangerous radiation, distorting time and space around an unsuspecting explorer, so be sure to approach them with caution. Luckily, you're not completely helpless against these threats. Upgrading the base and researching new technologies can help develop more efficient methods of protection from anomalies or even ways to destroy them. Exploring the alien planet in the Altars is an immersive and fascinating experience. But watch out. As you take in the epic landscapes and hostile surroundings, don't forget to look down from time to time. The planet's surface holds many secrets, some of which might considerably push the story forward. If you want to know more about the upcoming game from 11-Bit Studios, check out other episodes in the series.
Of unforgettable characters, from the evil Queen Nerea to Glinda, the ancient master forger, Melkart, the undertaker, or Tok, who thinks he's a king. Aron de Lira, son of the King's Ward commander, grew up alongside Princess Nerea, sharing a close bond with the young princess. However, a tragic event in his youth left an indelible scar on his soul. Though the pain lingers, shaping much of his life, he refuses to let his past define him entirely, choosing instead to focus on others' well-being and face his responsibilities with unwavering resolve. Destiny has made Aron the bearer of one of the 7 Forger's hammers, granting him the ability to forge the sacred metal steel. Combined with the combat skills handed down to him by his father, he has now been entrusted with the weighty task of killing the Queen. Aron is determined to honor his duty and forge his future through strength and courage. Fate leads the young Adso de Zelk to accompany Aron on his journey and offers invaluable support throughout his quest. In combat, Adso plays a crucial role as a strategist, meticulously analyzing enemies and documenting their traits in his chronicle, which provides insights into each foe, helping Aron devise more effective strategies to overcome them. Beyond battle, Adso's keen intellect shines in deciphering ancient texts and spells, uncovering hidden knowledge and unlocking vital secrets to aid their journey. Following the death of her father, the King of the Empire, Nerea ascended to the throne as the new queen. The people looked to her with hope, believing her reign would usher in an era of prosperity and greatness. But little did they know what her rule would truly bring.
Welcome, valued Alta Interglobal employees.
So glad you were able to find the time to chat.
Unfortunately, however, we've been forced to let you go.
No hard feelings after the layoffs, I'm sure.
Did you read your contract? Did you check your NDA?
You know, we had to streamline the business.
You don't decide the truth. Alta Interglobal tells you the truth. When we tell you something, it is a fact.
Zan, I know you're a team player, so you're still part of the family.
All warranties are void, of course.
Welcome to Rematch, an online multiplayer football game from the makers of Sifu. In Rematch, you'll join 4 other players to take on another team in stunning futuristic arenas. Let's break down the golden rules. You're vulnerable in possession. There are no fouls in the game, so you can quickly become an easy target. Pass the ball to your teammates before you get tackled. Keepers are sweepers. Don't be afraid to leave your line. Move forward to provide backup and intercept enemy passes. Staying on your goal line is a positional mistake that can be costly. Victory comes from team play. Always think of your teammates' positions and pass the ball around. It can be more satisfying to serve a perfect assist than to score yourself. Never give up. It's not over until the final whistle, so keep pushing and give everything you've got. While the basic mechanics of Rematch are accessible, they have layers of depth that require investment to be mastered. Get it right, and your team will prevail. Take control with powerful mechanics, master volleys, skill shots, and advanced shooting techniques to dominate the pitch. Don't forget the basics though. Passing and crossing is key if you want to keep your chances alive. Play with awareness, use the arena to your advantage and stay connected with your squad. Put it all together and you'll be a nightmare for the competition. Rematch kicks off on June 19th, 2025. But if you can't wait, check out the dates for our upcoming betas. We'll see you on the pitch.
At Diablo Immortal in Blizzard Entertainment. I'm really excited to talk to everybody today about the next chapter of the Diablo Immortal story and our very first collaboration with Berserk. With the defeat of Diablo, we enter a new chapter of Diablo's epic saga called Epoch of Madness. We are facing new threats, new zones, we have a new class, and much more coming later this year. Berserk was a natural choice for Diablo because it kind of fits into Diablo in multiple levels. Berserk is about the constant struggle between humanity and these godlike beings, which fits very well with Diablo's eternal conflict between the angels and demons. So players get to dress up as Guts and Griffith from Berserk. What the art team have done is we have taken the essence of Guts in his Berserker armor and Griffith and applied it into the design of these weapons. And they are going to be available for all classes in Diablo Immortal. Players get to battle against Zod. Zod is this iconic apostle character from Berserk that we're really excited to be able to include into this collaboration with Diablo Immortal. The setting of the battle will take place in this dungeon that we have designed to look very similar to the very first battle that Zod had with Griffith and Guts in the manga. And all the while, you get to have golems as familiars following you around. We really wanted to come up with custom designs on the golem by sort of dressing them up with all of these leaves and mushrooms. And when we first pitched the idea and showed the early concepts to the Berserk team, like they were very game about that. We also have exclusive weapon cosmetics like the famous Dragon Slayer, Guts' crossbow, Griffith's saber, and all of these weapon cosmetics will be available for all classes in Diablo Immortal. The Survivor's Bane event, the battle against Zod, the Baelid Legendary Gem, and all the customizable golems will be earnable by playing the game. You can experience the Diablo Immortal and Berserk collaboration going live on May 1st, available in mobile and PC. You can also experience the Berserk collaboration with Diablo 4 May 6th. We hope you enjoy the Diablo Berserk collaboration, and please enjoy the show.